Hello, welcome to Loudmouth with Heather Jean. Welcome back to the second episode of my podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the first one. I didn't. I kind of didn't want to post it because I didn't like it. I mean, I loved what I was saying. Like, I never hate my videos because of what I say or if I think I said something stupid. It's just the way I look and the way I sound. That gets me sometimes, but it's not about how I look or how I sound, right? It's about the message I'm giving and the entertainment I provide, right, guys? But yeah, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. It really is that time of year. I don't know. This time of year always... I'm someone where, like, you know, people, like, say they hate their birthday and they say they, like, get depressed on their birthday. Yes, that's me. I just feel like, because I always hated the expectation of having something to do. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times I didn't have anything to do, so I felt like either, like, a loser or just underwhelmed. But then a few years back, I was like, my birthday and holidays in my life, my expectation for them is to be a nice, peaceful day. Nothing else. Like, I don't care about the amount of presents. I don't care about the amount of people, even. Just simply, can I have a nice, peaceful day without crying? I haven't had my Thanksgiving cry yet. I almost did on the way here listening to music, but I didn't. It's not a tradition I'm trying to stop. It's just something that is going to happen every holiday. I'm going to cry for what once was and what can never be again. And what is to come, right? In my 20s and stuff, I'm not really... Like, I'm loving Christmas time and, like, the decorations and everything, but just Christmas in general always... Just anything like that is just very nostalgic to me and just very... It's very hard. But yeah, I did write some stuff down just to, like, kind of go off of some little baseline thingies. But yeah, it's snowing. I can't believe it. Like, literally, I feel like the transition from summer to winter this year has been, like, literally 2x. Like, it has been so fucking fast. And also, like, I say in a lot of these videos of mine, I say I don't want a boyfriend or I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I feel like the holidays always, like, expedites that feeling of wanting a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I really, throughout my year and throughout my days even, like, I don't crave a relationship because I just have always thought of myself as someone to be, like, so, like, busy with everything else that, like, a love life has never been a priority of mine. But then, of course, I'm a human being, right? To where when the holidays come, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to go see a play with my boyfriend. It wouldn't hurt to have festive dates. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like, is it called melancholy? Is that the feeling I'm thinking of? Like, the holidays, I feel like, with a boyfriend, are a vibe and a half. But I've never had one, right? I've never had one of those things where it's like I'm doing festive things with my boyfriend. I'm doing, like, you know, we're dressing up, we're wearing matching pajamas, or watching Christmas movies. But then also I can do that with myself, right? So I'm always like, whenever I get too sad about about not having a boyfriend, rather, I'm always just remind me, oh my god, bitch, fucking talk, like, holy fuck. I'm, like, pissing myself off, okay. I just always try and remind myself, everything I'm wanting in a boyfriend, I can do myself, and I can make myself do. Except, of course, the fact of another human loving you, right? I feel like there's certain times where I'll get, like, so sad about not having a boyfriend. It never lasts too long, and then I'm kind of reminded on why I don't really prioritize that. I'm just not someone, like, I'm really not, like, a relationship girl. I see girls describe themselves as that, I'm, like, never, like, I am a enjoyer of men from afar, but I never have, honestly just, I guess, like, the sad fact is I've never been face to face with a man that I would even consider dating. Do you know what I mean? And maybe it's a me thing, but also no, it's not, right? Like, I'm not even, like, a too picky kind of person. That's the thing. Like, I'm not someone who's, like, he needs to be 6 feet tall and have, like, an amazing job and have, like, also, I'm not really, like, that. I'm more so really focused on, like, when I'm interested in a man, or what it would take for me to be interested in a man to the point where I'm, like, talking to him and, like, he's a contestant for my boyfriend. Like, literally, it is how he treats me. And not really anything he is, except for, I have, like, some, like, surface level things, so let me not lie. Like, I do love, there's something about, for me, success in a man is, like, the most attractive thing for me. Genuinely. Like, there's something about success in a man that makes me the most attracted to them. Like, literally. And I'm not successful. I have had my successes, and I'm good at things in life. But I like to think that my standards are only what I can provide. So that is kind of like maybe even a deep-rooted thing in my opinion on dating. I don't want to date someone. Oh my god, this might sound bad, but like if we don't both have our life together. Does that sound, people say you can grow together. Yes, of course. Emotionally. You know, I don't really want to grow with someone financially. That probably sounds so bad, but also I'm older than, like, I'm in the age where you should have like a, not should, but like most people do have, like, you know, their jobs and like their careers in motion. And I'm not really that way. Like, I have a job, but like I'm not like fully like career focused on my future. You know what I mean? So I feel like I can't be asking that of a man. I feel like I can't ask of things from a man that I don't have. Like, I would never ask a man to be empathetic if I wasn't. I would never ask a man to be giving me so much of his time if I wasn't giving him my time, you know what I mean? So when it comes to like me wanting a boyfriend or even considering it, it is always just how he treats me as a human being, right? Which you think would be the fucking bare minimum and the fucking agreed upon, the consensus on everyone, but there's also just some things in my life that are stopping me, that I'm stopping myself from finding a boyfriend, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I need to be, I always say this, but I need to be financially stable before I get into a relationship. It's just something that I feel for myself. Unless like a millionaire comes and talks to me and then I'm like, you got us both covered, right? Like, unless we're like, I just always say that like, having like, whenever there's like a money conversation in anyone else's relationship, I'm like, are you not both dry as shit? Like, literally. Like, I cannot, there's a movie, I forget what it's called, but in one of the scenes they say, like, a girl's, like, talking to her boyfriend because they're talking about, like, who's getting the bill or whatever, and they're, like, in the Uber on the way home. What's this movie called? I'll put it right here. But it's, like, she goes, she's, like, talking about money isn't sexy, and it's the truest thing. Swiping the card is, okay? Conversing about who's gonna do it? No. Because I also believe, like, if you love someone, you'll buy them a bunch of stuff, so, like, unless my boyfriend's buying me a bunch of shit, I wouldn't really feel, well, of course he could make me feel loved, but you know what I'm saying? Like, money is so much ingrained into my lifestyle, and bitch, I'm poor. You know, I'm not saying I'm rich, I'm saying, like, money is just always a thing that is needed, duh, in everyone's lifestyle, but in mine, like, so much so to where it's like, if someone cannot provide for me in that way, and you can provide for someone even if you're poor, and that's how I know, because I would, like, and I do provide for people even though I am poor because it's like a love thing. But if someone is like, even like kind of well off and doesn't provide in that way, like, no. You need to be a give. I think it's like giving. I think it's like if you're a giving person. Why did I even get into that? Oh yes, I saw this TikTok about this girl being like, if you only talk about, or if you are someone who hates men and only talks about that, you are still male-centered, and it's very true. And I'm just not male-centered. Like, I guess my YouTube channel might speak differently. But, like, in my life, I'm really not. Like, I have my friends, I have my job, and I have my hobbies. Like, you know what I mean? I have never, except maybe when I was, like, so young where it doesn't even count, kind of. Like, I've never been talking to men throughout. Like, I was on dating apps for a second, and I regretted it instantly. But, like, I've never been male focused when it comes to me and myself. Like, yes, I love to talk about men with my friends and like the men they're talking to and, you know, shit like that, but never personally. It's just not something I want to touch yet in that way. I just feel like my life is so unstable and so uncertain that, like, throwing in something that is such a time-consuming thing, it's like me having a kid right now. No, I can't do that. My life's not set up for that, you know what I mean? I feel like I feel that way towards having a man in my life. When I'm sad during the holidays, I do crave a boyfriend. But it's like, if you're only wanting a boyfriend when you're sad, a boyfriend's not going to fulfill that. Or give you fulfillment, you know what I mean? Like, because a boyfriend will make you sad, and he will cure your sadness, I understand that. But, like, it's never, I feel like, not to be, like, judgmental, which I'm not, but people that are unhappy with their lives put men first, when I'm like, how about you focus on you and things in your life first? I just feel like I always say this, but stopping your life for a man is such a unfortunate way to go about things. So I feel like you should be so rooted in yourself, and then when a man comes, he can only put water on your soil, not rip you from the ground. That did make sense, but you know what I mean? I had the craziest sickness over the weekend. Thankfully, it's like gone. I've been like kind of borderline sick for 2 months, and then I got a crazy sickness where like throw up, vomit shit, and then now I feel pretty good. So I'm happy for that. Happy holidays. Let's see what else I want to talk about. And also I just need a man to like be all about me. In almost a way to where I'm like, well, I need some help. I like to think of myself and how it would be in a relationship. Like, I like to think of myself one way of like how it would be in a relationship, just like going about things and how I would react to certain situations. Of course, you don't know fully what you would do until you're in that position, right? But I can just see myself needing so much reassurance, just who I am, because I need reassurance for my friends and my family and everyone in my life, just because that's the kind of person I am. So I know it would be that way in a relationship, if not like more extremely that way. And I always think like, sometimes I see sometimes I see men like, interested in girls and like, you know, talking to them, but there's no like investment. Is that the right word? Like, because interest, like him being interested in you is not the same as him like investing his time, energy, money, and like life into you. And I only need someone who is willing to invest, because it's like getting a gym pass for a month. It's like, bitch, no, you're not gonna see results in a month, right? You gotta have it for at least a 6-month period or a couple months to show. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, whatever, I don't know. Of course I want a boyfriend during this time. And even in summer, there's a lot of times where it's like, in the winter you want a boyfriend because it's holidays. In the summer you want a boyfriend because you can do so much shit. And then it's like, whatever. I feel like my wanting of a boyfriend is not the main thing about my life, but it is always a little bit there, because also I crave love and companionship like any other human. I think I'm just more scared of it than other people. Does that make sense? Like, I always think of myself like this, but like I put love at such a high standard and how my love would need to look like, that it's kind of like anything bounces off that isn't even close. Anything that is even close to what I want isn't in the conversation for, should I even try that? You know what I mean? It gets me instantly uninterested. Something I don't crave around this time of year is like in-laws and stuff. Like, I always have this like vision of myself, and Heather, be careful for speaking in the future. Like, I'm sure when I have a boyfriend, I will like his parents, and if not, my boyfriend will hate his parents. Does that make sense? This is so speaking from the outside and like not fully in it, but like I could never do like an evil in-law situation. I see on TikTok, bro, these girls getting texts from their like mother-in-laws, and literally it's like, I saw one specifically about like Thanksgiving. It was like last week or whatever, and she was like, please make homemade food. Do not bring store-bought, please. It's like, oh bitch, you're not in my phone, and you're also not in my husband's phone. Because he's my husband. If he's my husband, and if you're my in-law bitch, I would never date someone who is that way with their parents to me. Like cordial. I wouldn't date someone who is cordial with people that have a problem when it comes to me. Because then I don't feel safe. Literally, at the end of the day, it is if I feel safe in that relationship, and I don't with most men, and that's why I'm not talking to men, right? But there's also beautiful things, because what if you love your mother-in-law? I am just someone who would need to love my mother-in-law for it to work, genuinely, because I'm someone who, you know, those scenes like in movies where like someone says some shit at the dinner table, that would unfortunately be me if I don't love my in-laws, so I would need to, you know? Because I feel like also, I like to think of myself as like an outspoken person, like in my life, I like to think of myself as if something is, like, I crave justice in any scenario. I know this is a trauma response. I saw a reel that told me that, okay? But if something unjust is happening, it is my duty and my responsibility to serve that justice. Does that make sense? Like, if I go out in public and someone's being treated wrong, that is my responsibility to then make them feel heard or feel good, and then sucker punch the person who's making them feel bad. That's how I feel. I felt that way since I was, I think, 7 years old, genuinely. And for like that kind of situation where someone is being either like a bully to someone, I don't like the word bully because it just, whatever, bully, we all know what that means, right? To someone, I always see the bully, this is like me going into a different conversation, but I always see the bully setting the tone and the environment of the situation. So almost like your in-laws, like if you have a bitch in-law, they set the entire tone for the event that you're going to, or the holiday you're at. And I hate that so much, and I'm very anti that, to where if someone's trying to set, or if someone is setting that tone, I will never be a prisoner to the environment someone else created, you know? For example, I have a little story about this in my life. Recently in my apartment complex, we have had an issue with the washer and dryer with someone who owns the washer and dryer. They live in the building. This is like real life tea. And they left like a passive-aggressive note on the washer and dryer. And ever since then, I've been feeling a little uncomfortable in my own apartment, right? And that's a problem with me because I don't like being put in an awkward situation because of something that someone did. It's very much like letting them control my life, and I hate that. So here, I wrote this down actually because I was thinking about it. I said, I need to learn not to be a prison to environments other people created. Like, I feel like people who are, like, difficult like that, either, like, your in-laws who suck, or, like, this person I'm speaking about right now, it's important to be like, oh, you created this, so you have to sit in that. I'm not sitting in that. Like, if someone does something wrong, like, if I don't know what else I can describe it, but, like, if your boyfriend cheats on you and you stay with him, you can talk about how he cheated on you. Because it's the environment he created. It's also like that one quote where it's like, if people wanted you to talk about them better, they wouldn't have treated you badly in the first place. And it's true. It's like, they created this environment, and now, bitch, okay, be comfortable in this environment, bitch, because you created it. I always say that people dig themselves a hole, and I constantly am trying to be the person who pushes bitches into holes that they dug. So if you're mean to me, I'm gonna take it. No, bitch, I'm going to be mean to you back because you created this environment. Some may say this is a underdeveloped, premature, or immature response to conflict. I am at the point in my life, in my 20s specifically, and maybe Heather, a 40-year-old Heather, will be watching this back being like, girl, you're so unstable. Thankfully, you're medicated now. Who knows what the future holds? But I don't think I will ever get rid of this bit of myself where, I start every conversation I'm in with anyone, my barista, my friends, my family, my strangers on the street, with kindness. When you meet someone and they're just like, oh, and like their attitude catches you off guard because of just how like fucking smelly and stinking to fucking disgusting it is, I will never not greet someone with a smile. It's true. It's true. So if they treat me a certain way, I can never be the kind to kill with kindness. Sometimes I wish I could. My sister's more that way, and I see that in her a lot, and I could never be that way because it feels like an injustice to me almost. To bitch, you're being mean to me? Okay, so you're making me uncomfortable. Instantly, I'm gonna try and make you uncomfortable back because, bitch, you did this. It's really like, bitch, you got us here, bro. I'm so mad that you got us here. It's kind of like I'm not a player, bitch, don't test me. Or what is it? I'm not a fighter, but don't test me. I really am not. I am a lover. That's the thing about me. I really do love being sweet and being kind and being nice. But if a bitch tries me, how dare you call me a fighter? Bitch, I'm defending. Genuinely, I'm a self-defense person. Like, I will defend myself, strangers in public. I am here to defend and provide justice to bullies and Karens. From bullies and Karens. To a fault. To where we're trying to have a night out with my friends, whatever, we're trying to have fun, and I'm just like, I heard something. Someone, like, it's really like, I think it might be the older sister in me, because I am an older sister, but like, I don't know. I think it's not a bad trait to have. And I feel like some people talk bad about it too, where it's like they either think some people think I'm like looking for a problem. Trust me, and my nervous system, I'm not looking for a problem. I'm only hoping for an absolute swaddle blanket for me in every scenario, because bitch, I'm unstable. We've talked about this. But I'm not going to be a punching bag at all. I've learned, at around 11 years old, no, maybe let's be a little bit generous, a little more generous than say maybe at 15 years old, I've realized there's people who will just love to use you as a punching bag, and instead of killing them with kindness, which I have failed to do throughout my life, oh bitch, I'm punching you back, and then we can stop talking to each other. You know what I mean? I need to defend. I am a defender and like a justice seeker in my heart for my feelings and everyone I love's feelings. And you know why I think this isn't a bad trait that I have? I look for that in other people throughout my life. When I'm looking for a man I like to date, if he is someone who like lets shit slide, or even like says passive aggressive things, you could never be with me, bro. Because I would literally fucking like run you dry, in the sense of, I am someone, if there's a conflict, let's bring it to a head, bitch. Let's talk about this, and so then it can be gone. People have shit like bubbling under the, or bubbling and like bubbling over under the carpet. I cannot live with under the carpet. Like with like things left unsaid, or like fights, like what's it called, like passive aggressive. No, bitch, let's get straight to the aggressive part. We can fight, and I am a fighter if I need to be, but I can't do anything passive. So if I'm like, the reason I think it might be a good trait about myself is because I look for justice seekers when I'm looking for people to be in my life. My friends are that way. My boyfriend would have to be that way, because it is such a, what's like maybe the defining trait that I'm talking about? Like, I want to say justice seeker, but it's like, okay, bitch, calm down, let me think. Like, is it, I just think it's like caring. And there's other ways you can care about people, but I think if you're only caring about people in the way you speak to them and like one-on-one conversations and like you're there for them, but it's like then you turn your back and you like go talk to someone who caused that hurt, I don't think of that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about ride or dies, to be honest, but maybe that's a immature mindset to have. I also don't mind being immature, right? I really don't mind being immature, and I also have always said this, but I don't know if I believe in soulmates even. Like, oh my god, my mascara is crazy. Guys, why didn't you tell me? I don't know if I believe in soulmates, because if I did believe in soulmates, I would be sad because my soulmate is Seth Cohen. He's not real. That was very cringe to me, but it's very true. I'm watching OC right now, and I think that man just would be my soulmate in another life. Like, that man is, honestly, if you want to know my type, it is Seth Cohen. Any season of the OC. Personality, everything about that man is so cute. I'm obsessed right now because like I said, I just finished watching it. And if you have not watched OC and you're like a TV show lover, you must watch it. It's a teen drama of like, which Adam Brody, like Seth Cohen is not like, in the show he was like 20. I'm not like thirsting after a teenager. That show is so good. And also I started watching for Seth Cohen because I was watching Nobody Wants Us with Adam Brody, which is also another one of my favorite TV shows. It's on Netflix. It's literally so good. It's like a modern day rom-com TV show, if you've heard of it. I'm sure you've heard of it, but if you haven't seen it, watch it, bro. It is so good. Literally, my ideal man would be Seth Cohen turned into Rabbi Rocklaw from Nobody Wants Us, which means I just have a crush on Adam Brody, and that is a celebrity crush of mine. What's another celebrity crush I love? I have loved Leonardo DiCaprio since I was like 11. He was the first, no, I think Ryan Seacrest was my first love. Or his first crush, let me say. Ryan Seacrest was my first crush. Leonardo DiCaprio was my first love, genuinely. Like, me and my sister, bro, I've talked about this before, I think in one of my videos, but we made like a love edit or fan cam for Leo. I loved this man, but I'm hearing unfortunate things about him when it comes to women, so on. So I like him from afar. I don't know if I have a celebrity crush who I love because of their personality. I'll probably be editing this back and be like, bitch, how'd I forget this one person? But because we don't really know them, right? And that's also my least favorite conversation when people say that. When it's like people who don't understand thirst or love for celebrities. Like, I am a fangirl first. I'm a fangirl first. You know what I mean? Like, I love media and I love just movies, TV shows. I can sink into it all day. And so, of course, I found myself in quite a few not fan pages, fandoms and stuff. And also, maybe that's why I have such a not high standard. I hate saying I have high standards because I just hate, it sounds so like, ugh. but bitch I do. And I think that's why I might have such high ones, because I've loved movies and TV of like just men. Like, I'm never one who loves like a shitty character in a show. It just couldn't be me. That's too realistic to me. I don't like that. I love when a man is like a yearner and a lover boy first, you know? And Seth Cohen, of course. I mean, of course, we all know this. If you have watched the show, he is. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving. Me and my sister are gonna do a little, dinner at our apartment for the first time ever. We got like a pumpkin pie, some mashed potatoes and whatnot. It's gonna be fun. I like Christmas way more though. Thanksgiving, never was a fan, genuinely. This is late. I'm late to the punch on this, but the whole Vogue article they did on is having a boyfriend embarrassing. I did not read it all. I know in my opinion, I know exactly what they're saying. Everyone else is like, no, having a boyfriend isn't embarrassing because I love mine. It's like, yeah, that's not what we're talking about. Or like nothing but love and happiness to you if you are in a loving relationship. I love love. If your boyfriend treats you right and you treat him right, I think that is like kind of what we're here for, in the sense of finding love and finding happiness in this world. You know what's embarrassing? When you stop your life for your boyfriend, when you cancel all plans for this boyfriend, when you give this man your everything without getting a shred of cheese in return, right? So, yes, I think having a boyfriend can be embarrassing, but love is not embarrassing. Ooh, Vogue, that's your answer right there. Love is not embarrassing. I believe, like public, I was gonna say public PDA, I was just talking about this with my friends and my sister of like matching with your boyfriend like that. No, it's not embarrassing. Anything like, if you like have love for someone and you're showing that, I could never judge you for that. I think that is the most beautiful thing. But what's embarrassing is the treatment you accept if it's negative, right? And vice versa. I know women can treat men badly. I know they can. Of course it's true. I've seen it. It's just like, I've seen it this much. I've seen men treat women badly this much. But yeah, is having a boyfriend embarrassing? No. Because love is not embarrassing. Having a boyfriend, at the rate we're going in this generation, I see sometimes, yes, it can be embarrassing, because I'm just more so, like when I'll see a cute couple on Instagram and then I hear their lore from a friend, I'm like, oh, no, like, oh, this is their fourth time getting back together because he like cheated the first time. It's like, no, I can't be doing this, because that's not love to me. So being treated negatively and accepting it constantly, that's what's embarrassing. I remember saying one time to one of my friends, we were talking about like, we were all at dinner and we were talking about like dating and like wanting boyfriends and stuff, and I had mentioned, I was like, I just don't know when I'll get in a relationship because I only want the best. Like, I only want the best of a relationship. I said, I think of having a job and having a boyfriend as the same thing, because this is when I was unemployed. I used to be unemployed from like ages 18 to 20, like I was just unemployed, and I was like, I don't want a job unless I love my job. I don't want to trust, I was broke and poor 100%, and I still am, but I'm just employed now, but I don't want a job to just like be employed and make shit money and like whatever. Like, I'd rather just be poor, and then I don't want a boyfriend if he's shit or whatever. I want each of those things to be fulfilling. And my friend said, I think of it the same way but opposite, to where a job is a job and a boyfriend's a boyfriend. I said, oh, it's not something a friend wants to hear. No, not something a friend wants to hear. I remember being like, damn, like that's the mindset of people who are in shitty relationships. Yeah, we can make it work. Make it work? No. I'm not making it work. I don't know. And also I know that men can be tricky. Like I always say I support divorce and like all this stuff. Like I support breaking up. Like if someone's telling me about their bum ass boyfriend, it's like, be honest with me. And you're probably not going to like my response, but I'm going to tell you to break up with him. Like I'm going to most likely tell you to break up with him, and just hear me out, right? Because I don't think that women should struggle in love. It's not something I can ever get behind. It's not something I'm supporting in any sense. It's not like, rough it out with him, just hold on, like you guys are meant to be together, like you're going through a rough patch. No. Because also, what is a rough patch? This is what I mean. If your boyfriend is not like Mr. Struggle, like, that thing where it's like, whatever, niche reference, but you know what I mean? Like, if a man is struggling in his life and you're gonna be beside him, that's beautiful, because why? That's love. Yes, because that's love. But if a man is giving you struggle, do not stay there, bitch, because that's not love. That's embarrassing. Like, that is what's embarrassing. Like, it's a very common thing for, like, society and just, like, people, like, whatever. Kind of the older generation. I think we're getting better at it now, but to rough it out with someone who's providing the roughness. Like, no, I can struggle financially with my husband. I know it to be true. I can struggle through arguments with my husband. I like, you know, I know it to be true. I know struggle in life is, I mean, bitch, I've had struggle in my life. Like, I understand it's inevitable and it's going to happen. But I'm not going through struggle with the bitch who's providing me struggle. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like if I'm trying to give an example, like, if my husband or my boyfriend loses his job, okay, I'll work through that with you. Like, I'm a ride or die bitch, like, I will work through that with you. But if you got fired from your job because you were cheating on me, and you got fired because you were, I don't know, how can I say this? Like, if you got fired from your job because you were watching porn at your desk, bitch, I'm not struggling with you, bitch, because also you created that environment. And I am not a prison to the environment you created. I love when things come full circle. Like, that is beautiful. I also love that metaphor that I don't know if I created. I didn't create it because it's, like, a very old metaphor. But, like, the second half I think I did of, if someone digs themselves a hole, people pleasers, kill them with kindness type of people will dig them out of, or pull them out of that hole. Bitch, I'm kicking you in if you created that hole. Like, if a man cheated on a girl, and we are talking, and we are all together in a group, and he says some sly shit, okay, bitch, I'm gonna say some other sly shit that I know we can talk about, bitch, you cheated. Like, if an environment is created, I don't know if I'm describing this well, if an environment is created by someone who did something negative, it is not my job to be a prisoner of that environment. Because I would never do that. Because I would never do that. I've made a video on this, but I only accept things that I would do. Like, if someone was to cancel plans on me last minute, how could I be mad? Because I have done that, right? If someone was to say something a little bit mean out of anger and just kind of they regret it and they're sorry, I have to forgive that because, hello, that is me. I've done that multiple times. If someone says a bad joke, I have to forgive it because I have done that. I'm not forgiving certain things of unloyalty, of consistent betrayal, of bad behavior, of gossip. I'm not doing that because I would not do it. I think that is my standard for life and something I will instill in my children if I'm lucky enough to have some one day. You can accept what you give. You can give what you accept, right? I'm not gonna tell my boyfriend he has to stay home on Friday nights and then go out Friday nights. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it works. I don't know, and I see that's how it works in my opinion. And we have different opinions, of course, but also I believe my opinion's right, so don't be mad when I call you wrong. You know? I'm gonna answer some questions, because I already have to pee. We're only about 30 minutes in, but that's alright. I screenshot some stuff. From some lovely people who asked me some questions. I love you guys. Thank you for the sweet comments. Like, genuinely, just know that if you have ever left a sweet comment to me, it has been seen and it has been cheered up over. Trust, it has. Someone commented and said, I want him in my life, but he said he is scared of attachment and told me that he can't get to certain levels in a relationship, but those are the levels that I want and need in a relationship. What should I do? Okay, so I feel like I can never get too much information in these questions. I need information. But going off of what you said to me, I mean, it really just seems like he cannot provide what you need. So I feel like you need to tell him this is a non-negotiable. Like, he's telling you right now, like, I can't do that. Do you still want to be with me? You'd have to tell him I can't be with you if you can't do those things. Like, I just wonder what that means. Because then I start to, like, make things up in my mind. So I'm thinking he doesn't want to label it. That's where I'm going, right? Instantly, like, he's scared of attachment, so he doesn't want to, like, label me his girlfriend. Oh, that's not what we're doing. By any fucking stretch. You know what I mean? Like, that's not afraid of attachment. He said he doesn't want to just, like, single it down to just me and, like, prioritize me because that's too much pressure. No, it's not. You know what's too much pressure? Having multiple women in your life. Okay. She says, what should I do? Tell him it's non-negotiable, and if he cannot provide you those things, you will have to sadly walk away. And it's not going to be easy for you, but you have to do that because you are more important than him. period. And he is more important than you in each of your lives, right? Yes, genuinely, yes, bro, I believe that. If you guys then get together and you're dating and you're married, you guys need to worry about each other and put each other at the forefront of each of your concerns, right? When you're looking to date, don't already change yourself for this man you're not even fully dating, you know? It can feel like that, and you can want to give him that much energy, and that's beautiful of you to want to even change yourself for this man, but it's beautiful of you. Not saying it's weak, fully respect and love to you, and I appreciate you commenting this, saying it's the wrong thing to do for yourself, to yourself. Tell him you have to sadly walk away if he cannot provide you those things because those are non-negotiables when it comes to you. Period. Thank you for commenting, I really appreciate you. Okay, someone said, hey, can you talk about rumors being spread around that aren't true and feeling helpless in school? I didn't go to public school, but I will say I have had a rumor or two spread about me throughout different friend groups and whatnot. Something I always tell my friends and my family, and something I always remind myself of, is that as long as I look good in the truth, that's all that matters. And I know, of course, opinions of other people are so loud and so, deafening, you know what I mean? But if you look good in the truth, that's all that matters. Not look good in the sense of look good to other people, but if you stand by yourself in the truth? I hope I'm making okay eye contact with you. Bro, I got a speech problem going on. Rumors are hard, but if they are not true and people aren't willing to hear your side, then the harsh truth and the truth that I still have to learn right now is then those aren't people you want in your life. I have this opinion on kind of even my job or even just things about my life. If a man was to come into my life and not be okay with certain things that I'm doing, then I know that's not the man for me. If a friend isn't okay with the thing, the way I live my life or whatever, then it's just they're not the people for me. And if people aren't willing to hear you out and see your side of the rumors or, your side of the reality of what's happening, they're not for you. And don't exert all your energy to proving to people who you are, because if they are good, genuine people and they like you and they are willing to hear your point of view, that's the only people you need to matter about. So if you have friends in your school, just hold them close, hold them, just worry about them. All you can worry about is the people who are giving you the time of day, and then also the truth and how you look in the truth. I think about this in every situation. Whenever I'm done wrong or people play me or people disrespect me, and if there's a fight going on, whatever there is, I always just resort back or look back on what's the truth of the situation. Would I change what I did, how I handled it, or how I spoke? If the answer is no, I really try and let go of any guilt or any fear of any way I'm being perceived. Does that make sense? I think if you look good in the truth, it's kind of when I hate to resort everything to a relationship, but guys, come on, that's what I'm good at, okay? If a relationship ends and it was a messy breakup, okay, why did it end? Oh, because 4 months ago, you guys just broke up over some random shit, but then you look at a relationship and realize 4 months ago he was unfaithful to you, and that's why you felt unsteady in this relationship forever. You look good in the truth. I don't mean look good in a superficial way or even in a... People can't blame you look good in the truth. It looks like you're the good one or whatever. It literally just mean if you stand by yourself in the truth, that's all that matters in life. And just learned that your respect is the only respect you need. And just know that bitches that are coming at you from these rumors and stuff are literally they are defending worse. It's true. They are defending worse for sure. And it's a personal gain that they are coming at you for. Their friend doesn't like you, so they don't like you. Okay, I don't even want you guys to like me anyway at this point. Prioritize your friendships and only prioritize people who are willing to hear your side. Thank you for commenting. I really appreciate you. And you've left some really sweet comments, so thank you. And I got an email. I love getting emails. Thank you guys. I'll leave it right here. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, let me know. I would love to bring them up in these videos and talk about them. I'm gonna try and read this good, but I'm a bad reader. Okay, here we go. Hey Heather, I recently saw your videos on TikTok and I can't explain how much your words impacted me. I feel stuck in some sort of loop. My first boyfriend of 8 years. Whoa! 8 years. since we were in 8th grade. Broke up with me February 2nd of 2024. It's about 2 years and we still are in contact here and there. He's made it clear he wants nothing of a relationship right now, and I've expressed to him how I still want there to be an us. We will stop talking for max maybe 3 weeks, and he will Gmail me or text me saying hello or how he misses me, but when I've tried to get back with him, he is closed off. On January 26, 2024, a couple days before we broke up, I had went to go see him. He lives in LA. I moved away a couple years ago to a city 3 hours away from him. The last visit was so different. He was different. He didn't feel the same. He didn't come for me. And then a couple days later, he broke up with me saying he's been unhappy. We have stayed in contact. He would tell me about how he liked a coworker. He'd ask me how he should approach her to ask her out on dates. He showed me a song he made her. Oh my God. They never got together, but he definitely wanted her. But throughout 8 years, he would randomly like girls here and there. He wouldn't act on it, but he would like them. We would always argue about it, but of course stayed together. I know it's dumb. Yeah, but don't feel bad. Like, not that it's dumb. It's not dumb. It's just sad to me. And don't feel bad. Like, you don't need to clarify. But she said, I shouldn't have been surprised truly, but I was hurt because I was used to him liking girls randomly. Anyway, it's about 2 years, and just last night we called on FaceTime, and I'm starting to see a pattern that he only calls when he wants something, like pics. Damn. I want him to want me so badly, so I give in. But today in the morning, I couldn't stop crying because I'm sick of this cycle. It's going on 2 years, and I can't get him out of my life. He goes out and parties and follows tons of girls, and I'm the same I was 2 years ago. Oh, I could easily block him right now and just never wait for him to text me again, but the problem is I want him to text me again. I want him to love me the way I still love him. I want to know if he's seeing my stories and thinks I'm pretty. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I need help, and I feel so tired of this all, and I know I've been adding to the problem, but I don't know how to accept that he's no longer mine. You are so sweet. You are so sweet, and you sound like a girl that a man is going to be so lucky to have in the way that you love this man, right? Like, this man sucks and you love him this much. You know what I mean? Like, that is a very good trait. Like, your love that you have is a good trait that I can't believe he doesn't see and appreciate. This man is the bottom of the barrel. And this man is literally the men that I fucking talk about, and the fact that I fucking hate bitches like him. Like, genuinely. Him coming in every once in a while. Also, him asking you for advice on a girl, bitch, fuck out of my face. Him. Like, he needs to get the fuck away. Literally, it's like, not only is it like, so he broke up with you, and then he's so selfish enough to ask you for advice on talking to another girl. No, bitch, clearly I don't want to talk about this. You sound like a sweet girl. Then I started tearing up genuinely because of you want him to see you're pretty. 100%. Like, that is like the sky is blue. Like, yes, of course, these men that treat us bad, we still want them to be like, hey, bitch, I'm pretty, right? Like, don't you think I'm pretty? Like, 100%. I felt that way. Everyone's felt that way. 100%. I mean, I spent hours, like, making my photo dumps look good or whatever, like, certain ways to be perceived certain ways. I understand that completely. I guess I would ask you the question of, why do you want him back? Like, I feel like that's a question I ask a lot. Why do you want this man back? Because the things I've read during your 8-year relationship, which props on you, because if anyone's in a relationship for 8 years, I'm like, bro, that is so much time, not in a bad way, just like props to you, but he would randomly like girls. That right there is breakup enough. That right there, I mean, like, the fact that you didn't break up with him, he should be shocked at that, right? You said I could just block him right now and never wait for him to text me. I think, yeah. Genuinely, because 2 years is too much of your life to be, to have that thought lingering about him. I think you are always going to miss him, and I think that's something we need to accept in romantic relationships of, you are going to be married and then thinking about this man every once in a while on a random Thursday night about how the good times you had. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you need to get back together, and I think you just need to block him if it's been happening this long. And not move on in a way of like, move on, find someone new. Just kind of, I guess, move on from that time in your life to where you can start being interested in new people, right? If he's been talking to you on and off every once in a while for 2 years, he has no thought of getting back together with you because he's already getting little bits of you. And then if he does, it's because he's tried with other girls, it didn't work out, and he wants to get back to you. Don't be sitting there for him. Don't be sitting there waiting. It's such a scary thing with men that they do. They leave someone that's so good They try, they realize no one else is as good, so they come back. And some girls are sitting pretty waiting. Please don't be sitting pretty. Bitch, start running. Bitch, run! Please run, because I need you to be moved on and happily married, or happily wherever you want to be. Because in a selfish, toxic way, that's what's going to make him miss you, okay? He's not going to be missing you if you're lingering, waiting at the phone, doing things for him to, like, miss you. And, like, if you are moved on, that is when men feel the pain of what they've done. You sound very sweet. Thank you for the nice words. And block him. Just block him. And then give yourself 6 months of, like, hard focus on your own life. It's easier said than done, but it's also, so is everything. Like, everything's easier said than done, right? Like, prioritize yourself, even for 2 years. The 2-year mark. Like, from what you've spent waiting on him, pour into yourself, and then you will not miss him. I think it's like if you keep going back and forth, it's kind of like reopening the cut. You know what I mean? It's like constantly what's that called? Like, reopening the wound. It's like, I'm healing, he texts you. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's like fucking putting salt on the wound. Cold turkey in the light of Thanksgiving. Oh, damn, someone pulled up and that scared me. Wait, that scared me really bad. 1 second. I always do embarrassing shit like that. Like, I get so embarrassed and they were literally just turning around. Okay, but back to what I was saying. In an evil, toxic way, if you're doing all of this self-love journey just so he can then miss you, that's going to fade away and you will just start to love yourself and you will not miss him. And you don't care if he misses you. You can heal from this, you will, and also you can still miss him and be healed. It's like, so, like, I miss people in my life that I ended things with every day. Every day, and some days are harder, of course, and some days are easier, but it's something and then I go 2 weeks not thinking about it, you know what I mean? Like, it is just, what's that saying? It's not linear, not linear? No, I don't know what that word means, but it's not a straight line. Because feelings aren't, because humans aren't, right? Like, we are constantly, things are happening to us, reminding us of things, you know, like, we're sad, we're happy, like, whatever, like, it's not going to be a consistent feeling, like, okay, now I'm healed! It's like, well, yes, but you're also human, and you'll feel those things later on. Prove to yourself by trying to prove to him that you don't need him, right? Does that make sense or no? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe that was like maybe it didn't come out the way I wanted to, but you don't need him. He sounds not only like an ass, but also like a fucking loser. Like, he goes to parties, follows girls, texts you for pics. That, oh my god, that is a loser. Block him. Because that's a loser. And you sound very sweet and you have so much love to give. Go give it to someone who deserves it, please. And yeah, thank you for watching. My camera's about to run out of space. I have to say goodbye, but thank you for your questions. Thank you for listening. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the 2nd episode. 3rd coming at you next week. Yes. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye. Happy holidays. See you. Bye.